Hey guys, so we're doing a little bit of social stuff with my girl Ina and handsome man Mason. So I want to talk a little bit about how to safely introduce dogs. So for the last 3 days, these guys have simply been existing together, occupying the same space, but they have not been allowed to be in the same room or fenced-in area yet. No face-to-face contact, nothing that could possibly cause conflict. So what I do with them is they'll be kenneled in the same room together, they'll be on place in the same room together, they'll physically be existing in the same space, but not physically interacting. Okay, so that's the first step. Now, that's really, really important because if there's anything that's going to come up, I'm going to know. So if two dogs aren't going to get along, I'm going to know simply by observing them when they're not able to touch each other. So it's always the safest thing to do, because if you just throw two dogs together and they're not going to get along, you're going to have a dog fight on your hands. So it's much better to see if the dogs are going to like each other and get along when there's no chance that there could be a fight or that anybody could hurt each other. So Ina and Mason, very, very comfortable with each other. They've been kenneled side by side. They've been on place in the same room together. Next step is to do a structured leash walk. So we did that. 2 handlers. Each handler has a dog. The dogs, again, they don't touch each other. They don't come face to face. We start out walking on opposite sides of the street. And eventually the dogs just sort of stop looking at each other. And as they start to ignore each other more, we close the gap between the 2 handlers. So the handlers are side by side and the dogs are on the outside. Again, it's very, very safe. There's no chance that the dogs can meet face to face or that the dogs can have any kind of uncomfortable interaction. Because you have to remember, it only takes one bad circumstance and your dog can be reactive for life against other dogs, you know? You have to introduce dogs very slowly and very, very safely. You know, for every 10 wonderful steps you make introducing your dog to a new dog, it only takes one bad interaction with the wrong dog to unravel it all. And now you have a dog that's, you know, fearfully reactive to other dogs. Okay, so step 2 is the leash walk. Step 3 is what we're doing right here. So these dogs know each other very well by this point. If there was going to be any issues, I would have seen them before they ever got the chance to be face to face or to smell each other or anything like that. So then we do this introduction across the fence. So again, this gives me the opportunity to observe the dogs and to make sure that they're going to get along. Now, both dogs are doing some wonderful behaviors. Ina is offering a lot of play bows. Mason is giving her sideways body language. He's sniffing the ground. He's saying, you know, I want to be friends. I'm not a threat. Ina is very anxious to get to playing. She loves everybody. And also, when you do this meeting across the fence, if any dog gets uncomfortable, they have room to walk away, right? So if things get a little too close for anybody, they each have their own space and they can just walk away and create their own space. When you're introducing dogs, space is your friend. Space is what you really want to always be able to provide your dog, because when your dog gets uncomfortable, you need to give him space from whatever is making him uncomfortable. That way it doesn't turn into a fight or a bad situation for him. So these guys are doing really great. They both are trying to get their jackets off, but it's too cold to be out here without coats. So they're going to have to deal with the jackets. But our next step, there, Mason just offered a play bow back. So I think they're going to get along marvelously. So our next step is to let these 2 get together. And in true boxer style, it's on. Let's run and play. So we have a little game of chase. Mason started the chase, then he turned around, and then it was Ina's turn to chase, and then Mason chased again. They're offering play bows. They're doing the boxer, you know, jump up on our hind feet type of thing. Now they're doing a little sniffy sniffy. It's like the doggy handshake. I sniff your bum, you sniff mine. And you always want to supervise your dogs. Always. If somebody took something the wrong way, I'm right here to intervene. I'm right here to advocate for whichever dog gets uncomfortable. Super important. You need to always be in control of the play. You start it and you stop it. And if any dog at any time gets uncomfortable with anything, it's the human that needs to step in and advocate for that dog and send the other dog away. So if one of these dogs got uncomfortable, I would intervene. I would advocate for the uncomfortable dog, and the dog that was being more pushy, more assertive, I would send that dog away. So now that we had our initial romp, we're probably just going to do a bunch of wandering and sniffing, peeing on stuff, and being dogs. So there you go. This is a great introduction. Bye for now.